Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on WFIN News 2. As we are preparing, we're in hurricane season officially. I know it's quite sad, but we're getting you ready, right? Let's look right now at I-85 northbound at mile marker 32 as everything's looking good. No slowdowns in the upstate as of right now, so that is good. I knew we have been watching this. Now, Columbia is where we're watching right now. You're about to be seeing on your screen. Is where they've had some road work, right? This is I-26 East at mile marker 126. And they've had a good bit of road work on I-26. And now, it's reflected. You can see the cones lined up there. Doesn't look like anything bad, but definitely reflected. You can see we also are looking at I-85 between exit 4, which is the Fairplay exit, and exit 2, where construction work has the left lane closed, expected to clear June 8th. So tomorrow at 7 a.m. when you're getting ready to get on the road, whatever you're doing, they're expecting that to be back open by that time, by tomorrow at 7 a.m. As of right now, you can see on that camera, it's good. The previous one, no slowdowns in that area right now, but that's, this is, of course, when we come back in just a few minutes, we'll give you the full, complete latest on how our weather looks for the rest of the week, plus our live Super Dopper weather. We'll be right back. Well, good evening, everybody. Let's turn now to our weather live Super Doppler 2 HD. Yeah, we don't own the radar. There's no such thing as a live Super Doppler 2 HD. It's just a collection of radars in our upstate that we build like a database and call it our live Super Doppler 2 HD. Let's take you to satellite and radar right now at live Super Doppler 2 HD. Show you kind of what we're looking at right now. I know we've kind of seen a lot going on lately. We are 75 in Greenville, 77 in Spartanburg, and 75 in Lawrence. So feeling very nice across the upstate this evening, which is reflected across 71 in Gainesville, Georgia, and 71 in Hendersonville. We're relatively nice. That's good. Over the next several hours, I expect temperatures to get a little bit colder. You can see 73 by 1 a.m. So staying in the 70s, but actually relatively nice. That is a good sign there. Of course, 1, 2, 3 a.m. staying about the 70s, maybe hitting 60. I'm expecting by 9 a.m. waking up tomorrow morning, staying still 70. It's going to be a hot one tomorrow. By 2 o'clock, we're sitting at 84. And yeah, just a little bit of the winds, but not too much wind, which is a good thing. Our wind values are saying 7 miles an hour for the Donaldson Airfield in Spartanburg. For Greenville, Spartanburg, about 7 mile an hour winds. And our winds, they don't really ramp up, but I'm so sorry, that is our winds right now. But like I said, they pretty much stay the same, but 70 over the next several hours, and then waking up tomorrow, 70s as well. Maybe hitting 80 in some locations, including Spartanburg, Union, and Chester, South Carolina. Almost hitting 93 in Chester. You can see there with winds, very, very nice southwest or south winds there. You can see. Finally, for Greenville, Spartanburg, we finally hit 80 by about 4 or 5 o'clock, getting ready for those vacation Bible schools. I know my church has one. We'll actually be having an ad for it right after this on our channel. To invite you. It actually started tonight, was our first night, but we last until Thursday. It's never too late to sign up. But let's continue our weather this evening. Of course, like I said, about mid-80s, maybe touching 90 by 4 or 5 o'clock. Now, we do have a chance of rain. When we come back, we'll have the full complete latest on what you need to know for our rain this evening. Yeah, let's continue to take you outside this evening after I-26 East. The cars are just blinding the camera there. But it looks like, other than that, tractor trailers are looking good. I know we're supposed to have some road construction there tomorrow. But other than that, we're not bad. We are staying relatively nice on those roadways. We're looking at I-85, Whitehorse Road. A little bit of congestion right now. This is in the top of the hour. Just cut into the show. Not sure what's going on there, but we do know there is a lot of road issues. About I-85 North, we're going to take you can see on your screen. Thank you, producers. But I'm trying to get you dialed in here on I-85. It's mainly from near Bruce Road. I would say, let me see. It's all the way backed up where Highway 25, which is Whitehorse Road, crosses over I-85. And I'm saying that it's going to last. Well, I'm saying that it is lasting, if I can talk. It is pretty much lasting from there all the way to about the intersection of Brushy Creek, where Brushy Creek goes under the bridge of the frontage road. But let's say exit 44C, or excuse me, 46A is where we're looking at. Exit 46A is where we're watching that. You can see on the screen. That is kind of the area we're looking at for Bruce Road. But that is, of course, like I said, that area right there. I don't know. This is a satellite look. You can see, and this is obviously not right now, but where East Dorchester Boulevard comes in, kind of in this area near that sign. It's just a lot of slow traffic, which means it's very slow this hour right now. I'm not really sure what's going on because we're sitting about 9, 10 o'clock. It's just a little concerning in that area, but we're going to be watching that for you when we come back from break. That and more, plus our weather with our time saver traffic. But let's go ahead and get you on the tri-split as we exit out this exit on a break. Not fully leaving yet. But let's go ahead and get you to the break. It's going to get you ready. We're going to actually dive into the full complete forecast with me on the green screen coming up in just a few minutes. If you join us back in about 5 or so minutes, but we're going to get you on the tri-split, which is something we do here on WFIN News 2 to keep you up to date and ready to get where you're going, show you all the traffic, show you everything that's going on. But hey, that's a nice thing that we do for you. We're going to turn on our temperature values so we can see that on your screen, and then, oh wow, we're just going to inform that our tri-split, there's like 2 screens overlaying each other. That's just great. Okay. So bad. Okay, alrighty. We're going to try to get you home in just a minute from wherever you're going, or maybe you're just watching from home. That's nice there. We're just going to kind of get you traffic on the 2s right here. Right about Newberry on I-26 East. Right there where drivers are taking it nice, I can tell. Which is always a good thing to have them taking it nice and slow. Going to get you home. Wherever you're going, we want to make sure that you are good. So, when we come back, we'll have the full, complete latest. Of course, no slowdowns. Well, we do have a slowdown. Let's not say, we said I-85 north at... Okay, we do have a new slowdown on the traffic board right now. This is I-85 north at Bruce Road, Highway 25. That's the crossover between Highway 25 and that's where 25 crosses with 85. So we're just gonna get you on that when we come back. Alrighty, everyone, let's get you outside. So, this afternoon we are continuing to, or this morning, or this evening, I guess you could say, I can't even talk. We have been getting to our live Supernova 2 weather coverage this evening. And let's go ahead and take you outside this evening to what we're looking at. So, on your screen as well, I totally need to change that angle. Hold on.
No. There's some bread and there's some turkey. And that drawer with the cheese is turkey.
Okay. We're gonna try that and see how that works. Hopefully that works good for you. Hopefully you can see what I'm showing you. For right now, this is look right now in our live supernova forecast. I'm not gonna be in the frame because I'm going to leave it like this with you guys. But let me go ahead and show you kind of what we're looking at. What we're looking at. So over the area, you can see we have nice temperatures. Their temperatures they're not dropping. They just the same, right? Okay. So this is what we're going to be showing you this evening. So alright, so let's go ahead and show you our forecast right now. So you can see area-wide, we're seeing nice temperatures. Temperatures feeling very nice. You can see 79 in Greenville. This is tomorrow evening. So all things aside, if you can see our times down here, that is kind of what we're looking at. So right now, like I said, we're sitting at 79 in Greenville, 80 in Spartanburg. Just kind of mixed temperatures as we go. Charlotte's sitting at 82 up there. As I this camera, we were just having a few issues with our camera system here today. So, like I said, temperature's not too bad. Could they be better? Yes, as I'm changing the camera angle. So y'all can probably get me better, okay? Alrighty. So like I said, area-wide, our temperatures feeling very relatively nice. 79 in Greenville, 80 in Spartanburg. This is sitting at about an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago. So our temperatures across the board feeling about the 80s, and that is actually surprising. You're feeling those summertime temperatures all across the board, even parts of western North Carolina and Tennessee and southern Georgia, and then the upstate. That's just how we're going to feel. Now, we're going to turn on our precipitation, so our rain and our thunder over the next several hours. So you can see right about now, you can see there's some spotty showers towards about, we're seeing, let's see, Clayton, Georgia, Toccoa, and Gainesville, Georgia. Just some spotty showers throughout this area. As I'm going to change up our lighting a little bit. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to be in that frame. Okay, sorry. Alright. Just get us a little bit more lighting. Okay, so like I said, area-wide, Gainesville, Georgia, even feeling some parts of the upstate feeling there's a little bit of showers. But those wind gusts right now are relatively nice. Not seeing any major wind across the upstate. So that is also a good thing. So, this is about 8 o'clock, like I said. So about 10, 11 o'clock. I would expect our wind values to be relatively nice. 7-mile-an-hour winds for Greenville. And same about for Walhalla, Clemson, 4-mile-an-hour winds. And then just kind of area-wide, about 4 to 5. And then we're seeing 7 near Rock Hill. And then that's pretty much it. all of our areas, our values of wind values are looking relatively nice, right? Alrighty, so let's show you what we're looking at over the next several hours. As you probably cannot hear me as well as you normally could with that mic, we had some issues with some connectivity issues with our in-ears, so we having to use our phone microphone. You can see it's all a mess, but we're gonna get it to you as quick as we can. So live Super Opera weather right now, like I said, about 11 o'clock, you can see 10, 11 o'clock, those showers still remain across parts of Andrews, North Carolina, and parts of Gainesville, Georgia. There's little towns going through the Georgia, North Carolina connector along through this area. Those areas are still going to feel a little bit of rain showers in the next several hours, right? Alrighty. So let's show you what we're really looking at over the next several hours as I'm mapping out some rain potentially. So about 12, you can see 12 o'clock this evening, you can see the rain starts to push a little bit more towards home for some of us, so that rain push inward to the upstate, right? You can see wherever we go, you can see the rain starts to dissipate a little bit towards Gainesville, Georgia, and it kind of forms up here towards Andrews, North Carolina, Franklin, North Carolina, and then becomes a little bit more prominent. Now, not as heavy. By 4 or 5 a.m., you can see our rain is starting to move a little bit more towards the upstate. Now, we're hoping, it's a vacation Bible school and stuff, we're kind of hoping that all of our rain across the upstate stays towards the morning hours. Now, it might be a little bit nice to have some of those showers to cool us down, because our temperatures will still be remaining the same, right? Our rain values, temperature values, they all just want to spring up like a spring chicken today. That is just great, right? Okay, so we're mapping out about 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. You can see on our time frames here, you can see that's when our rain starts to arrive. The heavier downpours, we're seeing that parts of Athens, Tennessee, parts of Athens, Andrews, and parts of western North Carolina, Waynesville, North Carolina, and they move into the upstate. Then we're getting a little bit closer to home. We're actually going to get you town by town here in the upstate as what time I'm mapping stuff out. So about 70 tomorrow, waking up 70 degrees for parts of Greenville, Spartanburg, parts of Lawrence, feeling about this niceness, right? But 70s, bringing more rain. Now we're going to have a little bit of pocket in between Walhalla, Salem, and Seneca, potentially Clemson area, to see a little bit of a pocket of clearness for a little bit, right? You can see a lot more heavier up towards Andrews, North Carolina. And then you see these lightning spots. So these lightning spots all across the upstate. What is that for? Are we going to see lightning? Well, that means that's not every place that lightning is going to strike, because if it did, probably have the whole town of Toccoa, Georgia wiped out with lightning, right? Well, that's not the case. You can see on your screen, that is just showing where lightning could hit, right? Could hit anywhere in this area. Now, we're expecting by lunchtime and move a little bit closer. Now, as you can see in the last hour, the rain that we had, it was not really more towards the upstate. Now it's a little bit closer to the upstate, but you can see it's now more widespread over several counties, including Gainesville, Georgia, Toccoa, and Clayton, Georgia. So those areas have kind of moved and now shifting our way. Now you can see we did have a shower that was kind of making a hole towards Clemson, Anderson. Well, now the hole has gotten even bigger and it kind of opens up so you can get out of that. 75 in Greenville tomorrow. And then by 1, 2, 3 o'clock, the rain kind of backs off from us here in the Greenville, Greenline Sky, Greenline, I can't even say it. The Green Line Skyline, or whatever they want to call it, the Green Line area, up towards Greenville, Spartanburg Airport. This area is looking pretty nice. I would say even feeling about 90 degrees, potentially 84 in Greenville, 88 in Spartanburg. Then our rain gets a little bit more heavier downpours and moving up by 7, 8, 9 o'clock. So for vacation Bible school and stuff like that, don't cancel your games. We do have, you can see over there, we have 1, 2, 3, and probably 3 more. So about 6 models we could use. This particular model says that rain does not really arrive for our upstate. It just mainly stays back towards Georgia. that doesn't matter. We can still see some rain. Now, quick play there for you. You can see by about 10, 11 o'clock. I'm going to say by 11 o'clock after church, if you have vacation Bible school, getting home, winds are very sustained. You can see that rain is pretty much gone out of our upstate. Maybe a little spotty shower here or there. Now, waking up Tuesday morning, 70s, and that's not the problem. We have rain that's arriving early on. So you can see Greenville, Spartanburg, Fountain, Simpsonville, Lawrence, and Anderson. The heavier rains towards Anderson County, moving towards Gainesville, Georgia, near the Anderson side of Gainesville, Lake Hartwell. Those heavier rain is showing up on our live radar. You can see, then it gets down towards Greenwood. Then we see parts of Greenwood, Lawrence, and Newberry County, seeing all of that down towards there. Then makes it a little more heavier down towards the upstate by 7, 8 o'clock. I would expect by 7 o'clock it mainly be out of the upstate, and we may have a few shoddy showers. So Tuesday, do you have vacation Bible school? You may have those games outside, taking the kids outside. I would skip out on the games for Tuesday because it's just going to potentially be a washout. Now, I'm not saying yes or no. Then we're going to feel 70s all day Tuesday. Now, Wednesday is another story. 70s waking up, which is nice. Early or low 70s, hopping out by 80 by lunchtime, which is quite something to see for the summertime, right? So you can see waking up on Wednesday by 12 o'clock lunchtime. We're potentially seeing the rain risk now towards Georgia. So not really going to see it here. Now, it gets a little bit more widespread by 4 or 5 o'clock on Wednesday. 7, 8 o'clock, it's supposed to be more widespread. I wouldn't expect it to be a total washout, but be a little more widespread for some of us in the upstate. 10, 11 o'clock, that rain shifts up and our upstate. So that's the latest check at our weather as just right now, and just prep for an impact day. Tuesday, potentially Wednesday being those rain days. Other than that, just a really good day. I will say we need a really good day. Kind of get us moving, but other than that, looking good. Now our Skycam network is look right now at I-85 north at mile marker 44. Drivers are actually moving their way on, which is a good thing. Now we've been watching. There is a slowdown. We're gonna pull it back up on the tri-split. You can see here on your screen that I-85 northbound at mile marker 44. Oh, okay. Never mind. Alright, we're good there. Okay, so 44, we are watching the potential for slowdown there on 44. At Bruce Road, it's the Highway 25 crossover. That's what we're watching on your screen there. I would not expect it to be too much longer of a slowdown there. Of course, I'm not 100%, and I'm not a traffic major, but I would say it's looking a lot more nicer across that area. But you can see time saver traffic in our Skycam network, which is really our live stupid opera radar there. So it's really showing you the time saver traffic and the radar. But other than that, that's all looking great for you this evening for you. So getting home should be a piece of cake. But like I said, there's a lot of slow traffic right now. I'm really concerned about that. Really concerned about that. But like I see, you can see the slowdown is on your screen. A slowdown between I-85 North and Bruce Road. Now, you can see on your screen right now, Bruce Road. Oh, well, you could have seen on your screen. Whether or not you're looking at this right now, you can see that Bruce Road, you can see it runs alongside I-85, and then I-25 crosses over back here. But Bruce Road just kind of follows along. Now, we're still watching that slowdown. Not really sure what's going on there, but of course, along that area right there, that stretch, going to keep you going stronger over the next several hours. So that's a good thing that your drive home, should be relatively nice. So that is a good thing there. We are going to be making an editorial special on what we're learning about a Charleston apartment complex that has closed on the dock side. If you know about that, I was just there a couple days ago. and saw it and really raised questions. And we're going to be diving into an editorial special on that. But, like I said, that you need to be prepared for hurricane season because it is here. Hurricane season is here through November. But, like I said, traffic is looking pretty nice across the upstate, other than a little slowdown here or there. But that's pretty typical for this hour. About 10 o'clock, really not normally any kind of slowdowns, but I guess it's there. I guess we're just going to kind of get you home this afternoon. Oh, as for some reason it is stuck. Okay. Anyway, well, that nice slowdown there is kind of kidding our tail this afternoon. So, or this evening, so not really sure why we're having an issue. Okay. Alright, we're good. So, I-85 North, make sure you're watching that right there at Highway 25 where it crosses over. Just a little slowdown there, not really sure what's going on there, but of course we're going to keep you up to date with that all evening long if we learn anything. But that's the latest check at your live Super Dollar 2. Weather will have new graphics coming your way soon, and we're excited for that and excited for so much more. But that's your latest check at our evening news.